With the return of college football 25, football fans everywhere have rejoiced, with a very diverse crowd of gamers, from the Madden guys never having touched college in their lives, to gamers dusting off their sticks for the first time in years. With this video, I'm going to be going over some tips you should definitely know starting out in college football 25. I'm Chris from Sports Gamers Online, and alright, let's get it. If you're struggling making kicks with any type of consistency, one way to help with that is changing how you lock in the power. You can set it in your settings to be either tap and tap, which means you have to press the button twice to lock in the accuracy and then the power, or tap and hold, which means you just hold the button once to lock in the accuracy and let go once you finally have the right amount of power on your kick. And max power on your kick is stopping the meter before it gets into the red section. And how far the kick and the kicker's rating will determine how big the yellow, and most importantly the green region you need to first stop the swinging meter in to have any chance of success. And the further away you're kicking from, the faster the meter will swing side to side. If you're struggling returning kickoffs and punts with any regularity, I would suggest changing your kickoff and punt camera angle to the all 22 cam, which is 2 or 3 D-pad clicks down. So you get the best above angle of possible lanes opening up for you to take advantage of. When you're rolling out of the pocket and you have nobody open, whoever is your closest receiver, if you flick the right stick in any given direction, you will playmaker them into a different spot, whichever spot you aim towards. This can lead to big plays as your opponent gets stuck between guarding you and the sudden receiver breaking the opposite way on them. In college football 25, there are 3 types of catches you can make on any given throw, and depending on where the nearest defender is will lead you to certain ones. If you hold the square button or X on Xbox, it forces your player to make a run after the catch animation, which means he will not stop running while catching the ball to optimize getting more yards when there's space in front of him. But if it looks like you're about to run into an incoming defender, it may not. Which leads me to the next type of catch, the possession catch, which you achieve by holding the X or A button if you're on Xbox, and this will force your player to fall where he stands after catching the ball. Eliminates the yards you can get after the catch, but prioritizes you making the catch. So this is ideal when you're about to lead someone into heavy traffic, or the player about to catch the ball is about to run out of bounds. And lastly, there is the aggressive catch, which you activate by hitting triangle or Y on your controller, and your player will leap through the air to try and grab a highlight reel play. Now, if you've run into a situation where your offensive line is getting cooked every play, you may need to get the hang of this now, and it's the pass protection controls, which you can access by hitting LB or L1 on your controller, and this gets you into your Pass Pro screen, where from here you can make some important changes to the way you're blocking the defense. As you can tell them which way to block, how far to the left or right, and how many blockers you want doing it. Short story version, flicking the left stick up, for example, gets them into an empty Pass Pro for when you're sending everybody out on routes. Flicking the left stick to the left or right has your offensive line perform a full slide all the way to either side. And flicking the left stick down blocks everybody if you have a running back or fullback in the game. Also here you can double team that D tackle that has 4 sacks on 4 plays by aiming the right stick down and putting the plus sign above that player. And half slide by moving your right stick to the left or right picks up guys directly to the left or right of the O-line. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, boys and girls. With gamers now having the ability to switch their defender mid-play, it's about to get real out here, which makes it even more important for you that you do not lock in on any one receiver before the defense shows you he's actually open. I know you didn't pay all this money not to throw to Travis Hunter, but your opponent knows this as well. Every player you throw to, every route that you like, you always want to assume they're trying to lead you into a trap. And all you have to do is scan for the closest defender to the guy you're throwing to, just to check if somebody isn't setting you up. And this can help you move off of them if they do end up covered as well. Now, this is a nasty habit that pops up at random points in games, and it's dropping back too far before you throw a pass. Now, I get it, you're thinking the further back I drop, the further away from the pass rush I am. But this will also severely affect the success of your throw, so practice dropping back and just letting go of the left stick. or moving it forward a bit to simulate climbing the pocket. Anything better than the eternal drop back. Starting out playing football video games, I get the urge to want to control a defensive end. You're out of the way, not making mistakes in coverage, while you can just wreak havoc on that 2-star right tackle from Texas A&M State. But you're also limiting yourself greatly with the havoc you can create by using a linebacker, especially if your opponent is using one as well. The unpredictability of a user is a quarterback's best and worst friend at times, and it's something you always want to utilize on every passing play. Now, College Football 25 went up and changed how read options operate and flipped it. So if you're coming from Madden, you're going to be a little confused. So as it currently is set up, you now have to hit A or X on your controller to keep the ball with your quarterback. So yeah, this is going to be tough to rewire in your brain if you've known the other way for years. As I mentioned earlier, try to never focus on just one receiver. So you're always going to want at least 2 or maybe 3 routes you want to throw to on every single pass play. So you're not locked into that dig route and now feel you have to throw it with pressure barreling down on you. You want to go in your head, look here first. If he's covered, look here. And if he's covered, either take off or look over there. You want some type of rhythm to it instead of going out there Johnny Manziel-ing it, which can lead you to miss easy throws all over the field. To help progress through your reads faster, simply just look at the spot on the field their route is going to, and see if it's possible they'll become open by what the nearest defenders in that area are doing. And if not, move on to your next read. Another thing you must be aware of is knowing when the receiver has the angle to cleanly catch the ball. A wide open dig route can turn into a contested catch situation very fast and possibly an interception the longer you wait, and the defender starts to get more into the passing lane, or a late sideline throw can get hairy real quick if you hesitate. Each receiver has a window where you must throw before it turns an easy catch into a wow, he picked that? When you're getting your Mike Vick on with your quarterback, I know it's hard when you're thinking about that next juke move, but it's wise to hit square or the X button on your controller to slide. Don't get too caught up in making that highlight and end up fumbling through the end zone. When attempting deep balls, make sure the receiver is at least neck and neck with the cornerback before you throw the pass, so you're able to not get boxed out and have a chance of running by him, because if not, it's a straight jump ball situation. And if you're throwing to a deep threat, odds are he's pretty short. At the bottom of the play call screen, you're able to select different packages to get your players into specific spots within that current formation. Some common packages across formations are subbing in your second string running back or even your fullback. This can mess with your opponent if they like to match personnel. If they see 3 wideouts, 1 tight end and 1 running back when you select your play, they might go into nickel, but little do they know you're in a 5 wideout package. When you're at the play call screen, you can change your formation audibles on the fly here by hitting L2 or LT on your controller, and then cycling through the 4 preset audibles and changing them out for your actual favorite plays. So when you go audible on the field, your newly added favorite play is ready to be used. I remember in Madden 08, I would feast on guys who would attempt screen passes because 1, I could see them as soon as it started to form, and 2, they would always still throw it. So keep in mind when you select a screen pass, you're not obligated to throw the ball. Pressure is going to come, but all you have to do is simply check if their user sees it and is starting to sprint over. If they are, roll out and throw the ball away. This comes back to predetermining your throws. When you're rolling out and the defender is close enough where a run is impossible, don't be afraid to throw the ball away if the play is starting to look like a bust. Simply click in the right stick to throw the ball out of bounds. Also, don't sleep on the fact that you're able to aim the ball away from the defender that the receiver is running towards. You see on this pick, if he would have aimed the left stick to the left, it would have caused the receiver to slow down and turn around to shield himself from the interception. Just like on this play where I actually do that, you see how he does a little turnaround to protect himself and secure the catch. If you want to make something happen at the end of the game, or just in general because it's a video game and want to make a sick highlight, while running, hitting LB or L1 on your controller has your player lateral the ball to another teammate. And lastly, to protect the ball and lessen the chance of a fumble, you want to hold R1 or RB on your controller while running, limiting the chance of you fumbling the ball. Sorry, sports gamers, I hope you agree with the list. And if not, what's something new gamers to College Football 25 should know that I didn't go over? Let us know in the comments down below. And stay tuned here at Sports Gamers Online for more College Football 25 content. And once you're with us, hit that bell icon at the bottom so you don't miss anything we put out. All right, people, I'm Chris. Thank you all for watching, and be good, y'all.